Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well today. I got a review for Persona 5 Tactica and I'd like to talk about it and give you guys my final thoughts about the game. I just beat the game, took me around 2 weeks or so, and I'm gonna talk about the story, slightly the main story, the gameplay, and the DLC. Slightly about the DLC, but there's just one thing I don't like about the DLC, so we'll get to that later. Um, I guess we can just start with gameplay. The gameplay is really fun. It's a strategic tactical RPG game where you move from square to square. So you only have a certain amount of squares that your party member can move on. Uh, it's really fun, actually. I think the game is a bit too easy. I beat the game on Merciless, and most rewards tell you not to die, and that's what I did. So no matter what, the baton pass was kind of useless for me because I want to get the rewards and get the bonus stuff. And I thought that was kind of interesting because I know with hard mode and merciless, you have a certain amount of baton passes you can do once your party member dies. I believe merciless because when I played on merciless, you can only have one. And maybe hard mode was three. I could be really wrong, but I only played on merciless. So yeah, it's really fun. What's my favorite part about the gameplay is the triangle, like all out attack. Let's say if one of your party members crits an enemy, you have the chance to do a map all out attack depending where your party member's positioned. So, uh, if your party members have a turn, you can kind of move them with the best of your ability and what squares they have, and but that can kind of be kind of risky because maybe one of your party members have to be left out in the open to do a good map all out attack. So that could risk them getting KO'd because if they crit you, they have another turn, and then if more enemies are next to you, they're just gonna go after you. So that's kind of a big gamble, but that's the fun of it, right? So you just have to think on how you're gonna proceed through the missions itself, and just make sure you just use your brain. That's basically it. I mean, it's not that hard. The level design's kind of, it explains itself. You just gotta go there. Maybe I just had to hit the enemy in this spot, and maybe I can do a map all out attack. It's kind of just like that. I guess my only like nitpick with the gameplay is just when you get money in the game, it's kind of, you can't really do much with it. All you can do is just buy guns and just use it for the compendium. That's about it. But uh, yeah, there's just not much to talk about really. And what else? Yeah. Now I'm gonna talk about level design. So, and this is kind of lead into the story as well. So, uh, what this game is about is kind of like revolution. So, for example, I'm gonna talk about the first kingdom. This game is kind of split into four kingdoms, or if you count five with the DLC, it's five, right? So, with Persona 5 Tactica, the first kingdom is the Marie Kingdom. It's kind of like the French Revolution. So, I would say 30% of the game takes place in the first kingdom. There's 22 missions in the first kingdom, and the whole main game has 52 missions. Yeah, the first kingdom is the longest one, while 2, 3, and 4 are kind of like toned down by like 10 missions each. I guess around there, right? What else? Okay, so as you play through the story mode, all of your Phantom Thieves are kind of brainwashed, and basically have to play through the first kingdom to unlock your party members again. I guess it's an excuse to unlock all your party members again story wise, so they have to do that kind of plot, right? So as well with that, my nitpick with the story is that kingdom number 3 and number 4 has really nothing to do with revolution. It's kind of very like anime like. You could say, okay, I'm gonna talk about the themes between Kingdom 3 and 4, so spoiler alert. Kingdom 3 is just a Japanese high school. There's like, what does this have to do with revolution? It's like not, I guess, like, oh, a music teacher, like, oh, bad person, right? And then Kingdom 4 is kind of where God lives, right? Like some like gears moving around. It's kind of just, You could tell that this game probably needed more time to develop. Like Sega probably put like a very time like restriction on their development for this game. They probably had to get this at the door within 2 years or so. I don't know. I feel like if they had another year of development, they could really have some great ideas for the rest of the game. But I guess they just had to come up with something. The product itself, it feels final. The game itself is a final product. Besides the DLC, the $27 Canadian. $27 Canadian for a single kingdom for a DLC, and it's day one DLC as well, which is absurd. I bought the deluxe edition for a discount on a third party website, so I played it on PC. Um, I still think it was too expensive, but I think the DLC itself was kind of interesting. Think of it as this: it's like Splatoon as a tactical RPG. If that, I don't know, it's kind of not original, but it was kind of fun though in a way, right? So the premise of that DLC is like you can only attack if you're on your color of paint, and when you attack other enemies, they're vulnerable to your paint, right? And then there's canisters you can shoot to explode like your paint color in the area of the like a map. It's really interesting. Kasumi and Ikechi were good characters like always. What was cool is that once you beat the DLC and you play the main game again on New Game Plus, you can actually use Ikechi and Kasumi after the Phantom Thieves are reformed again, which is really cool. Um, but would I say it's worth $27 for just that, like maybe 4 hour DLC? Hell no, no way, not a chance. It should have been in the main game. I don't think the main game itself was worth 80 Canadian dollars to be honest. I think it should have been $50, around there, $50, or maybe $60 for, or like, and then $50 American, right? So, but then the bright side is that you could still play the game for a small price on Game Pass. The game is on Game Pass. I don't know about the DLC for it being on Game Pass, but it probably should be. And why not give it a shot? If you have Game Pass, you have nothing to lose. It's a great game. So with Persona 5 Tactica, expected you to play Persona 5 Royal, because they don't like introduce the Phantom Thieves in this game. This is like a continuation. Think of it as this: uh, a single individual. So like with Persona 5 Royal, there's 9 palaces, each with like their corrupted desires and stuff. But in Persona 5 Tactica is kind of different, where the main palace ruler is not a bad guy. It's because of his like insecure, not insecurities, but like his like mistakes. Let's talk about this. Uh, Toshiro is an important character in the game. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, obviously he's in the game for a reason, right? But same with Arena, she is important. They're two really good characters, by the way. Hopefully, we'll see them in the future again. Yeah. So Persona 5 Tactica is a mega palace, one metaverse connected to different kingdoms. It's like that one metaverse palace in one game, but it's a big palace. That's the best way you could probably explain what this game is trying to do. There's 4 main or 5 main bosses, including the DLC in the game. I gotta say the first 2 bosses are kind of meh, kind of okay. The final boss is really fun. The third boss was really fun as well. I don't know. This game is kind of like a 8 out of 10, between 7 to an 8 out of 10. That's what I personally think. Yeah, I think it's a fun game. Like when you play it, it hooked me. I played it from beginning to end. So that's why I think that you guys should play this game on Game Pass or wait for a sale. Will it become on sale during the Christmas Steam sale? Maybe. I feel like the game would have been out a month later, right? So if it's on sale during the Steam winter sales, go for it. You got nothing to lose. I think you'll have fun. For the first timers that are gonna play Persona 5 Tactica, I don't think you'll like this game. Not at all. You're not gonna like it. That's If I was like that, I probably wouldn't play it. Play the Persona 5 Royal, then play Tactica. And if you want to play Strikers as well, it's fun. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.